getting started. It's
You can ask me a deep question. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm turning over a new leaf. Brad Darnell said that last play they had, that ended up the missed layup that Hunter took, that they had their first three options were three-pointers, and that you guys took it away. You switched and took all three away and forced that drive. Did you know what they were going to run, have a good idea what they were going to run in that situation, and was that part of the switch to take away the three?
We didn't know that specific play, but defensively we were switching everything. And we put in a lineup that we felt like could do that and execute that from a defensive standpoint. So we were switching everything, not just on the ball, off the ball. So it made it difficult for them to get the ball in. And that's why they drove it into the lane to try to get an easy, quick two, and they were able to miss. We were able to get the rebound, and then ultimately Seth was able to hit one free throw, and that was the game.
Was that pretty much also what you guys did that last 6.5 minutes? Because I think they only had 11 points when you guys were able to come from behind and beat them. With, I think it was 18-11 in that stretch, and they were 3 for 10, I think it was.
Yeah, I mean, we had different coverages. I mean, we weren't in switching everything, and that would be very difficult for us because, you know, pretty much the entire game they were playing two bigs, and so that would put, you know, our smaller guards on them, whether they were posting up or, you know, on the offensive glass. And so it was – what made it really difficult was their bigs starting hitting threes. And so we had to adjust a little bit with that because they were making threes. And so we made another adjustment there to try to take that away. We made a mistake and gave up a three, but I thought we did a good job with the changes defensively, depending on the situation. And as I said before to your question, at the end we were switching everything, trying to take away the three. It was a very, you know, thinking through a lot. Because in that situation, up by three, my rule is 10 seconds or below is to foul and put them on the free throw line. The reason why we decided not to foul and just switch was because Henry fouled out. I was very nervous about them missing a free throw and getting the offensive glass, and so just a lot of thinking. I didn't know which one to choose, but I'm glad that one worked. We were able to win.
No other than Rod.
Hubert, Luka hit those 3 threes in, I think, a 2.5-minute stretch in the second half. How much did that not only help you guys, but ignite you guys and sort of will you guys towards the end of the game?
Yeah, it did. I mean, we just couldn't get anything consistently around the rim, whether through post or penetration. I mean, just Clemson's defense is two things. One, it's really good. They've got 3 things. They got great length, and then they're very physical. And so we just couldn't get anything consistently, whether through post or penetration. And so Luka hit a 3, and he's one of those guys that when he hits one, like he wants another look. And so we called 3 straight plays for him just to be able to get him open. And, you know, he's a guy that obviously can hit open shots, but he also does a really good job of hitting contested shots, and he made some big ones for us tonight.
Rod and Michael.
Hubert, Seth talked about it a little bit, how it could have been logical or easy for him to leave last year with all the guards coming back. He didn't. You hope he's not the last 4-year player here, but what's it say about him that he is a 4-year player and he could be that last 4 years?
No, it is. You know, I mean, what a example, testament to perseverance and being able to continue and stay through the fight. You know, with the choices that these kids have every year to be able to transfer. And, you know, one of the things that always, not just Seth, but everyone, I said, you know, you have to find joy and enjoyment of how hard it is to be the best that you could be individually and as a team. It's difficult. It's hard. It just is. There's no way around it. You can't go any place in the country and everything go the way that you want it to go. There's going to be cloudy and rainy and windy days, and I really hope that Seth is being celebrated as much as he should. We talk about a number of players, and rightfully so, but Seth should be talked about a lot as well. As accomplished as a player he is, the commitment that he's had to this team and to this program and to this university, he talked about it in his speech, this is his second home. The relationships that he has built over the last 4 years, those aren't just relationships with his time here. Like those are relationships for the rest of his life. And it's because he stuck around. And, it's really emotional. And for me, he was part of the first recruiting class when I became head coach. And to see him where he is right now, on and off the court, is such a joy to see.
Michael and Alex.
Hubert, you guys finished the season undefeated at home for the first time since 2016-17.
They're moving the ACC tournament here. And so we're in favor of that. Okay.
And that 16-17 season ended pretty well for you guys. And this is the first team to win as many home games as it did this season. To be so good here in Chapel Hill, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, it means a lot. First of all, I wanted to thank the fans. Their support all year has been remarkable. The energy that they bring every game, it is a difference maker, and it helps us. And to have their support all year has meant so much to us. And, the success that we've had at home is, these are things that we'll remember for the rest of our life. And I'm just really proud of the guys. I've said this before, I keep telling them I'm proud of them, but I am. Just all the things that this team has had to adjust and to go through. I mean, this is the 15th game without either Seth, Henry, or Caleb in the lineup. And for this team to do what they have done this year, my hope is they're recognized for that. And going undefeated at home and being able and having to deal with all the things that they had to deal with, it even makes it even more special.
Alex and Spencer.
You talked about Luka a bit. What things have sort of helped him both on and off the court kind of adjust both to the game but also just to life here in Chapel Hill?
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge adjustment. I mean, and really I can't put it in a perspective because I haven't been in that type of situation. I remember, being in the NBA and getting traded and having to go to a different city within 48 hours, but I didn't have to go to a different country where I knew no one, and you had to adjust to new coaches, new country, new school, new system, new teammates, kind of new basketball. And the adjustment that he has made has been awesome. And the thing that warms my heart the most is just the relationships that he has with his teammates. The way that they joke around and hang out together is just, that makes me feel really good that he's adjusted that well and he's loved and supported in the locker room amongst his teammates.
Spencer, then Shelby.
Yeah, Hubert, one thing you talked about on Monday, I think, was, the tight-knit nature of this team and how connected this group is. Going back to California, not to bring up, bad memories, but you guys are 10-2 in the conference since.
Yeah, you brought that.
Since the trip. I guess, what have you seen from your team that, allowed you guys to kind of right the ship and get back to, where you are now?
Yeah, for us, it was 2 games. I know at times it was made more than that, but it was 2 games, and we didn't play very well consistently for a week. And all year long, whether it was a loss to Michigan State or lost to NC State, this team has always responded and reacted in a way that allowed us to be successful and continue to improve and get better. And so it doesn't surprise me how much better we got. And again, it's another example of how close this team is and how good they are.
Shelby.
Yeah, I think obviously somebody else that you've spoken to that plays a role in how close this team is, Elijah, who's made his way into the press conference here. Yeah. We were just talking in the player lounge about, we were very impressed that you were able to keep it together for the most part during the game, during the speech. How were you able to do it? And
I haven't kept it together all day.
Okay.
I've been a mess all day. All day. I have. And I just need time to honestly, there was a lot to unpack. Obviously Elijah, and I could spend the rest of my life talking about him. and the impact that he's made on me and this team and this program. Seth, RJ, the game, what was at stake. It's the last week of the regular season. It's just a lot going on, and so wanted to enjoy it, wanted to take it in, but also wanted to stay focused on what my job was, and my job was to coach and help these guys out be the best that they can be.
I guess just really quick follow-up on that, just after, you know, you guys got the win, and then
He was shocked that I called him in at the end of the game.
Well, yeah, take me through that, and then also just, did you ever imagine that, you know, you'd be here coaching your son and senior
Never.
and giving a speech like that?
Never at all. I mean, I obviously I always wanted to coach him, but I never thought it would ever happen. And so to be able to have that opportunity is such a blessing. As soon as Seth went to the free throw line, I don't know why, it just popped in my head. And I said, if Seth hits this one free throw, then we're up by 4 with 0.9 seconds to go, the game's over. So I went to the coaches and I said, if Seth hits this free throw, it's over, right? They go, yeah. And they didn't understand why I was asking them. And as soon as Seth hit that free throw, I said, Elijah, go in. And almost like he didn't remember his name. He just looked at me and was like, you're putting me in now? And I was like, yes, I wanted you to go in. And wanted him to have that moment of being on the court at the last time. I remember me being a senior and we're playing Georgia Tech in '92, and I remember my last time as a player on that floor, and I wanted him to have that memory himself.
There's nothing better than he can talk about than that, so we are done.
Okay, great.
Thanks, Hubert.
All right, okay, see you guys on Thursday.